Good morning. It's February the 8th, about 10 o'clock in the morning. It's 57 degrees. This is the last day we're going to have any kind of warm weather at all. The next week looks like rain, freezing rain, low 30s, maybe even into the 20s. So today we're going to go dig into some bees, see how the fondant's holding up. Let's go. All right. As you can see, there's not much activity, but there is a little bit of activity this morning. It is going to rain. It's just not raining yet. So what I want to do is just go in here and check for fondant. Make sure they still have some food on. I brought my smoker just in case they start getting a little too feisty. It is pretty overcast, and before I put my jacket on, I think I felt a drop or two of rain, so they won't be too happy, but I don't really have many more days in the next week, and I fed them the fondant over a week ago, so I got to get in here and see if they've got any food stores. No bees in the top. But they are buzzing around. There we go. They have eaten a big circle all the way around that. Take the bee trap off. This white, as you may remember, the fondant that was made by Matt. It has dried out quite badly. He did recommend that you put it in bags, kind of like the Hive Alive, and I didn't do it. We've got quite a few bees. I'd like to see more, but it hasn't been warm enough. And I'm sorry about the sound, but I didn't have my microphone at home, so I just have to rely upon the built-in microphone. Alright, so we got bees. They're eating the fondant pretty good. They'll be good for another week. On this one, without any additional work. we go. They're really not flying much. Because it's 57 degrees and they know it's going to storm. Alright, so this one actually have some bees. On the sugar brick on the top. And there's still quite a bit of the hive alive fondant. Not as many of these as I'd like to see. 3 frames. So I can hear it falling through to my screen bottom board. That's all I want to do is break it up a little bit. And that's how it works. Still too tall. I'm definitely making a mess with this one. As you can see, it's not dried out as bad. The bees were already eating it. All right. That's better. Now they got the area they can climb in and out around the fondant patty. Now, just in case you live in a drier spot than I do, remember as they start to gear up, and they will start to gear up this time of year, maple trees will be blooming in a couple of weeks, and they'll start bringing in pollen. So you got to start making sure your water's out, because they will start liquefying the honey to eat. So you got to make sure you got them some water. All right, let's go see what the other side looks like. All right. Here we are at the west side. A little bit more activity, and if you watch the bees going in the hive right there, they're bringing in white pollen. Almost every one of them. And when they start bringing in pollen, that means they start bringing up babies pretty soon. Matt's brick on top. Same as on the other one. They are trying to eat some of it through the screen, but the screen is too small for them to crawl through. We have the inner cover on this one because I didn't have enough room. Ooh, these girls are very big. My goodness. Alright. They have eaten almost all of the hive alive fondant. There is still some on there, but as you can see, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and some on 8. We got a big population. I'm going to scrape this off right in here. Like so. I'm going to do just like that. Got rid of the spacer. Put that fondant down on the frames. And there they go. I really got to get some feeding sheds made up. But once warmer weather hits, I won't need them anymore because I won't feed them with fondant. It'll all be liquid feed, and I'm hoping soon for that. This is an awesome site. I'm not going to do anything else with this one. Alright, there's Matt's brick on top, and the bees are eating it up because this feeder didn't get the shims, the screen put in, so the bees are just coming straight up through that cover and into the fondant. So I still would like to check on my fondant pot. This is why we wear the suit, because this will make them mad. Oh yeah, fondant is about 80% gone. So these bees are also in high gear. They are already eating up their fondant, which means we're done with this. These two hives are much more advanced than the other two. I don't know where they're getting the pollen. I don't know where they're getting the pollen, but they're bringing it in, and the numbers are really high. As you can see, got some green grass or weeds. There's no grass. The trees are not blooming. I got a maple right there that will be the first bloomer this year. Next year I got tulip poplars and a bunch of other plants that I just planted this fall. They'll all be coming up. So they're finding some pollen somewhere, or dust, or who knows. Since I live in the city, it's not likely to be sawdust or chicken feed or any of that good stuff. All right. All right. Now then, I showed you the Guardian suit last time. Apis Biologic or Apis Tactical gloves. I kind of like them. I put the gloves on the inside, although they said to do them on the outside. I kind of like them this way. Bees are still not going to get in. Got my gigantic day dance smoker. It puts out tons of smoke with just my pine shavings. They burn out really quickly, fairly quickly. I did 2 hives and it had burned up all the fuel. So in order for this to be very practical, I'll have to use pellets, and I'll do that next time so we can get some pellets going. The Hive Alive has been very popular. They're eating tons of it. The bad news on that is I bought a 70-pound brick and I've used 4 1-pound patties, or 2-pound patties, I don't remember. So I'm gonna have a lot left over, but you can freeze it, it'll last forever. The bees are gonna start gearing up pretty quick. This is the first week of February. The maples, the red maples, will start to bloom probably in a week or 2. This cold snap that we're going to get this coming week is going to slow them down a little bit, but I still expect them to come out mid-February. And since I have a lot of global pollen patties, as soon as this cold snap is over, I'm going to cut pollen patties into like 2-inch strips, and I'm going to put them on so we can get these bees to start multiplying in big numbers. By the end of February, these 2 hives over here that we just looked at, they'll be ready for demarree. That's my method of splitting to keep them from swarming. So I'll put them on there. The 1st of March, we have our Northeast Arkansas Bee Association is going to have our beginner bee classes. I'm going to be teaching, and I got a surprise about some wax dip boxes that I bought last fall. If you've seen the video, you may know what I'm going to show you, but you may be surprised too. I'm not going to give any more away about that, but I've got several other things: a queen isolation cage, a queen marking cage. It's just a little round circle that you push down around the queen so you can mark her. Let's see. Oh, I've bought a nice little tool for my honey supers that separates them out for 9 frames in the 10 frame box. So I'm really looking forward to using that. That's a couple of months away, but we'll get to it. I bought some acorn double dipped super, the small super frames. Going to be getting those in the next couple of months. So we're ready to hit the ground running, and all we got to do is get through this last freezing spell, I hope, and bee season is on, and we'll be hitting the ground running. Don't forget, if you like my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. Like my videos, share it with some of your friends. I'd like to get this built up a little bit. So it's been great talking to you. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.